Things don't always go to plan. Last week's video had a number of technical difficulties. So welcome back to Creator Reality. I'm John and I'm going to walk you through 3 ways that we can fix some voiceover stuff and some screen recording stuff. So let's dive into Davinci Resolve and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we have the timeline for last week's video, slideshow how-to. And I already know, if you're watching this well in the future, there's just a link here to the previous video. You can go watch that and come back here and you'll maybe have figured it out. But nobody in the comment section pointed it out, so I think I did a good job fixing it. Now, what we have here is, if I zoom out, Alt mouse wheel, we've got my screen recording, and then we've got, if I slide this up, my talking head stuff. This is how I set up my videos. I record my talking head portion on the Nikon, but I've started using this microphone. It's a Fine. There it is right there. I used to record on a Rode Video Micro on top of the Nikon, so my audio was automatically disconnected from anything the desktop played. But now with this Fine, it's plugged directly into my computer, so the audio I get is mixed. Well, I'll fix that at the end of this video, but here's where it bit me. Right here, towards the beginning of the video, if I move this out of the way and I drag the audio, Alt-click to just select the audio there, and if I drag this over, you can see that right here, I was talking through all of this, and I actually know that because I didn't mute Resolve, that OBS now has recorded the desktop audio as I scrub through, because when you scrub through in Resolve, it's going to play the audio, at least choppily. Is that a word? I don't know. Anyway, you can see here my voice and the music and stuff that was playing on the OBS recording, it's all mixed together. So the first tip is actually to use the voiceover tool to fix this, because in my case, it was a talking head video where I didn't need to be visible, so I used the voiceover tool. Now, where I screwed up on the voice recording was normally I'm looking this way, and so the audio is going to be recorded by the microphone differently than when I'm directly at it. Did you hear a difference there? You probably did. Well, it's pretty easy to fix, but let's go take a look at the voiceover recording tool in Resolve again, because I found a couple of gotchas there. So we're going to go up to Timeline and click Record Voiceover, and it gives us this screen here. Now, I already have an audio 5. That's what it created for the original voiceover clips that I did for that video, but it wants to create an audio 6 and it's auto. So it could put it in a new one, it could put it in audio 5, and that's fine, except you want to make sure that it's going into a stereo track if you're using a stereo input, and this mic is supposedly stereo input. So what happened is it only recorded on the left channel. So if I right click on this clip, go to clip attributes, and we're in the audio tab, you can see that it's mono by the M there. Even though it says format stereo, there's only one channel. It just didn't record it right or the way I wanted to, and I could hear that it was only playing out of the left speaker. What we can do is go in here and select embedded channel 1, and now it'll at least play both those channels through the left and right speaker, or from your perspective, left and right speakers. So to make sure you record in stereo, click on the 3 dots and choose stereo input. And you also want to mute the timeline audio while recording. And there we go. And I have enable 3 seconds countdown. So when I come in here, and let's make sure I'm not on a section of the video where there's already something, and I click record, it'll show me the 3, 2, 1. This is voiceover for whatever's going on screen. Click stop, and we're done. And now it has recorded it to audio 6 because I selected auto. And you can see from here, it's a 2.0, it's a stereo track. And if I right click on this clip attributes, embedded channel 1 and 2. So it has recorded my Fine microphone in stereo for this voiceover. So that fixes all that, right? But you can see here, if I zoom in, the volume seems a little bit off here. It's not as high. The second tip is going to be just adjusting the clip volume to match the surrounding clips. And that's as easy as hovering over the clip and getting the up and down arrows and then dragging up and down. You'll see exactly how much you're adjusting the volume by. Control Z to undo. Or you can go up to the inspector. If you don't see it, click on inspector. In the audio tab, we can change the volume here. We can drag the little slider, or we can drag here for some finer control. And if you hold Shift, it gives you even finer control. So Shift and mouse works good. Also, you'll notice that the clip changes to a dark green color to indicate that you've changed something. Control Z to undo that. The third tip I have is using the AI dialogue leveler in Davinci Resolve to automatically bring up the low volume stuff, bring down the high volume stuff, and you sort of get an even keeled audio volume across the entire video. Let's take a look at how to use that. On the track level, you have AI dialogue leveler. And for mode, we have allow wider dynamics, optimize moderate levels, more lift for low levels, and lift soft whispery sources. Depending on how you recorded, you're going to want to play with this and figure out what works best for you. But in my case, the top one, allow wider dynamics, worked just fine. And then you can adjust the output gain as well. And I didn't really have to do this because I have some other plugins that automatically handle the mixing and stuff. And it's neither here nor there. But if you do find that everything is a little too low or a little too high, you can adjust that volume and get what you need out of it. And now we're on to OBS, because I mentioned at the outset of this video that I had some OBS settings to share with you. That's what I use to do my screen recordings, and I have not found a good way to record OBS with OBS. So I used my Pocket 3 and I got a couple of clips. Let's take a look at those now. So the first setting I want to share with you is how to record Resolve using OBS. It's pretty easy. We can just click the plus button underneath Sources, go up to Application Audio Capture, and then add a new one, and then select Resolve as the application that we want to record. This allows you to go in and turn off recording your desktop audio with OBS, which then negates anything else. Like if you have Outlook or Chrome, Instagram, whatever else running, it won't record any of that audio. Just Resolve, and in my case, my fine microphone. Now, to disconnect the audio sources so that Resolve and my microphone record on separate channels, all we have to do is click on the three dots in the mixer and then go to Advanced Properties, and we can just pan microphone all the way to the left and Resolve all the way to the right. And by doing that, they will be recorded on completely separate tracks and not overstep each other. Now, the caveat to that is going to be, of course, if your speakers are on, you're not wearing headphones, your microphone, mine is right here. I probably just made lots of loud noises, but this microphone will pick up some of the sound from the speakers. Now, if you plan to replay that same audio underneath of your talking track, like I was, it's not a big deal. But if you're going to really need it clean, you're going to want to use a set of headphones. So let's go into Resolve and I'll show you how to use that separate track OBS audio. So here we are in a demo timeline. I've got a picture here, and then I've got my audio that I recorded through OBS. Now, if we go into the Fairlight tab with the music note icon and expand this, you'll see that the left track and the right track are completely different. Obviously, this is the music track and this is the speaking track. So what we can do is we can come back to the edit page and right click, and you guessed it, clip attributes. And here we have embedded channels 1 and 2, and they are left and right. But if you just want the voice, boom, set the second one to channel 1 or none. If you just want it to play out of the left speaker, I don't know why you would. And that'll give us just the talking audio, and then channel 2 and channel 2, or just channel 2 on one of the speakers if you're weird like that. I don't mean to be mean, but I like things to come out of both speakers all the time. Anyway, you can just set it to embedded channel 2 for both channels and then click OK, and you can see that this changed a little bit. If I alt mouse wheel to zoom in and then go back to my clip attributes and change this back to channel 1, you'll see that right here there's a bit of voice going on. And if I go to clip attributes and I change this one to 1, so they're both the voice, you'll see that there's a big word here. I just about peaked it right there, peaked the microphone. So there we have it. It's voice or the audio, or you can mix it so that you have Resolve and your voice playing simultaneously. You could even go so far as to mix it with the Resolve audio being on a separate track, lower the volume so it's in the background, and keep your voice track front and center in your normal voice track and just have both channels be the voice. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. Yep, that's what it's called. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day. Go check out this video, and I'll see you there. John out.